Hello all, in this video we are going to watch the demonstration of coordinate system in the iPhone. Okay, so for that we have created a document here. If I were there I could have write it on the board. So let's assume this is an iPhone and this is the width and this is the height. Okay, so we are using 16 Pro. In that the width is 393 and the height is 852. Okay, so we will see that in just a moment on the Xcode. Always the left corner, the top left corner would be the origin, which is 0, 0. Okay, so in the regular coordinate geometry you would see the positive x-axis, positive y-axis and all that stuff. Here it's not the idea of having positive negative, it's only xy and then the origin. So always the origin on the top left corner. So horizontally it's a x and vertically it's a y, and vertical thing is a height and horizontal thing is a width of the device. Okay, having said that, let me open the Xcode here. You could be able to see I have the view. So far we haven't seen the size inspector window. So click on the size inspector window. Just click on this. So make sure this is iPhone 16 here. It could be Pro or 16, it doesn't matter. So just you need to select the view or the phone and see XY values or 0, 0. Width is 393, height is 852. So width is 393, height is 852. And so the origin is 0, 0. Okay. In a similar fashion, I have dragged and dropped an image view here. So let's select the image view. And then now let's see the width and height of this image, which is 100 by 100. So let me drag a little bit and see now the width is 210, height is 124, right? So now what is the XY value, which is 140 and 329. Always XY value is the point where you are going to see the upper left corner, okay, which is 140 and 329. Okay, so this is similar to what you have seen in Java. So let me write this here. In the Java programming language, you all might have created rectangle objects, right? So rectangle, let me zoom in a little bit. Rectangle R1 is equal to new rectangle, and that rectangle would be point x comma y comma width comma height. Okay, so a rectangle class in Java has, it's an already inbuilt class, has already had this constructor that takes 4 parameters. XY is a upper left corner of that rectangle and width and height. Using this you could be able to construct a rectangle. Similarly, in an iPhone coordinates, you would be having the upper left corner, which is 0, 0, and then the width and height. So that means basically you are building a rectangle with this. Okay, so that is a simple analogy between the Java programming and the Swift here, that you have already seen the rectangle there. Okay, so now let's say if I'm moving this image view, the values are changing. Okay, so what values are changing? Basically only the x and y values are changing. Okay, so the width and height are not changing because you're not changing the width and height. So let's make it 0, 0, the x and y. So in order to make this x and y 0, 0, where the position should be, it should be on the top left corner. Okay, so it should be on the top left corner. So I'm clicking this one more time. So instead of manually moving this somewhere here, so I get 0 and 18, it might be take time for me to put exactly, to get exactly 0, 0. So instead of that, I'm doing manually. So now it's my corner, sorry, my image view is on the upper left corner. Okay, so this is how we would be able to move. So you may ask a question, why this is important for us. So you need to understand one thing. You need to understand the coordinate systems of the mobile phone, and another thing is we will be talking about animation. Animation is something you will be moving an object from one place to another place. So in order to move an object from one place to another place, you need to know changing the coordinates. Okay, so that is the main goal for us to learn this one. Okay, so let's focus on the demonstration now. So you could open the project, create a project called coordinates demo. Maybe you can listen first and then do it later. Create a project on the coordinates demo, and in that you will be having only one component, which is image view. You know how to do the connection here. So give one connection, which is an image view outlet. So just give that connection so that you will be having it. Okay, so I would recommend you to keep this 100 by 100 so that it would be easy for our calculations later on. Okay, so you will understand why I kept it 100 by 100 and make it. While you're doing this, I recommend you to drag and drop some image. I think we have an Apple image here. Some image to your assets folder, just one image, and then click this one, go to your attributes inspector window, and then select that image here so that you know that you have an image. Okay, so that's all. Is only one component, one connection, have an image in the assets folder, and then select that image. Okay, so this should be all straightforward until now. Okay, so in the view controller, let me zoom in this one a little bit so that you all can see in a better way. Okay, we are doing one connection, which is an image view outlet, image view OL, whatever the name that you want to provide. So you know how to connect that. And now, so basically we want to assign that image here. Okay, so image view outlet dot image is equal to UI named image Apple. So the file name is Apple there. If you want, you could have a flower, cars, or whatever you want. Okay, so now we want to identify the image view, the left corner. Okay, so the top left corner, the upper left corner. Okay, so for that what we are doing is we are taking image view outlet dot frame dot minimum of x. Okay, and then similarly we are getting the minimum of y using dot frame minimum of y. Okay, so let me go to the Word document once. Okay, let me go to the Word document. So whenever you have a rectangle, where is my shapes? Okay, whenever you have a rectangle, shape fill, no fill. Okay, whenever you have a rectangle, what do you mean by that? So what is the minimum x minimum y value? So this is the minimum x minimum y value, and this is the maximum x maximum y value. Okay, so now we want to figure out what is the minimum x and minimum y value of our image view outlet on the view here. Okay, so minimum x and minimum y value is this one. You already know that, which is 81 and 163. 81 and 163. So let's go to the source code. So basically we need to get 81 and 163 here. Okay, so let me run the source code and see what values that we will get here. Okay, go to the Xcode. So 81 and 163. Okay, so or the minimum x and minimum y value. Similarly, maximum x and maximum y values are nothing but the bottom right corner. Okay, so you could be able to calculate that easily even without running the program. The reason is we already know this width and height, which is 100 by 100. Okay, so you could add 100 to the x coordinate and 100 to the y coordinate. You are going to get the bottom right corner. Okay, so let's see that here. I think I already ran. So 100 plus 81 is 181. 100 plus 163 is 263. Okay, so we will be using the same source code, image view outlet.frame, maximum x and maximum y. Okay, so these are the print statements to print that in a like a point based, so x comma y value. So these two should be a straightforward as well. Okay, so just our goal is to identify the minimum x upper left corner and the bottom right corner. Okay, so you could pause and you could do this all at a time after listening. Now what we want to do, so now we want to for this, what I want to do is I want to comment out some of this source code. If I demonstrate for you, I would be typing and doing the demonstrations. But since I'm not doing demonstration, I would be commenting out some of these lines, all these lines for you. But you would be typing like a line by line, so you don't have to comment or do anything. So I'm commenting and I want to demonstrate one by one. So my first goal is to my first goal is to move the location to the upper left corner. So what I'm moving my image view outlet. You already know that the upper left corner of the view is what? Upper left corner of the phone is 0, 0. So basically that's why I used frame.origin.x is 0, frame.origin.y is 0. So I'm stopping and running one more time. And now you will be see my frame would move from I think it's somewhere here, right? So now it is in the upper left corner. Okay, so now can you calculate and let me know what would be the value if I have to move it to the upper right corner? I mean, this is 0, 0, right? So this is 0, 0, and now you have to move it here. Okay, so this is x-axis. On the x-axis, y is 0. And the x value will become, we already know the width, right? We already know the width, and x value will become, so this 0, this one, 393 here, right? So 393. So let's see that and put 393 and see what will happen. Okay, so let's do here. Okay, I said 393. Let's go ahead and put 393 and see what will happen. Okay, if you notice 390, I mean the whole width is 392 or 393. 393, yes. So the width of this phone is 393. What I did is I put 393 comma 0. So that means I would be able to see like this here. Okay. However, I would like to see the image from to the top left corner, to the top right corner like this. So that means what I need to do is I need to deduct that width 100. So because we already know the width of our image view is 100, right? So instead of doing 293, if I do 393, I'll be doing 293 and my y value is 0. Okay, so on x-axis, y value is 0. We know that. So now this is upper left corner, which is 293 and 0. And this is 100. So 293 plus 100 is 393, obviously. Okay, so that is a width value. So now we need to move the location to the bottom left corner. Okay, so in the bottom left corner, can you guess what would be the values? Bottom left corner. So bottom left corner means we want to see the image here. So that means we need to look, the left corner should be on the y-axis here. So that means on the y-axis, x value is 0. Okay. So what is the what is the height that we have? 852. So and what is the 852 of the phone, and what is the height of the image view? 100. So 852 minus 100 is 752 comma 0. Okay, so or 0 comma 752, because we are talking about y-axis. Okay, so I'm using 752 comma 0, so modifying this one, so 0 comma 752. Okay, I hope you're understanding it. Okay, similarly, if I have to move it to the right corner, I would be changing my x value to the 293 and y value to the 752. So basically you have to deduct on both the sides. Okay, so why both the sides? This is 100 units from the width, and this is 100 units, 100 units from the height and 100 units from the width. So we have to deduct on both the sides. So the next thing is move the location of the object to the center of the view. Okay, so in order to do the center of the view, basically the center of the view is 146.5. So I have written that in the comments here. Adjust the center, that is this one. So that means your center of the image and the center of the phone should be the same. Okay, so I will leave these calculations for you. Based on the comments, you come up with the calculations. So basically the formula is also given here. So 393 minus image view outlet dot frame means what? Frame dot width means 100. So that means 393 minus 100 divided by 2 is 146.5. Okay, similarly 852 minus 100 divided by 2. So now your phone view and the image view must be the center of the phone, center of the image view must be the same. Okay, so this is the coordinates that you need to be able to understand. Okay, so what we have done is initially we have seen the location of the minimum x, minimum y, and maximum x, maximum y of the image view outlet. And then we moved the image at different positions, okay, by calculating that. So that is the reason I want you to make sure that the width and height of the image view is 100 by 100 for easy calculations. Okay, so that's all I have for this video. Thank you.